Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com, and today I'm bringing you a spur of the moment broadcast on Facebook Live to show you the new Stampin' blends that will be debuting on November 1st. Yes, they will be available to everyone November 1st, and I'm going to do a quick demo for you. So let me flip the camera around. And we'll put you down here in the stand so you can see all these pretty markers. So these are our alcohol-based markers, and they come in all of these colors. So we have pumpkin pie, we have rich razzleberry, daffodil delight, crumb cake, Bermuda Bay, old olive, calypso coral, smoky slate, night of navy, pink pirouette. This is Pool Party, this one is Cherry Cobbler, and then we have some skin tones. We have the ivory and the bronze, and then we have a marker called the Color Lifter. So I'm going to do a quick demo. I'm going to use these two sets of colors. And by the way, as I'm getting this ready, I just want to let you know that, again, they will debut on November 1st for everybody to have at. I'm so excited. So let me start out with the Remarkable You stamp set. Oh, now we're getting some nice bright sun in here. I have the window open because I want a natural light in here, but if we still have lots of sunlight coming in, it might create too many shadows. I might have to shut the window, and hopefully that won't affect it too much. But I'm going to go ahead and ink up this flower, and the ink that you want to use with your Stampin' Blends markers is Memento ink, and this is our Tuxedo Black color. And we're going to go ahead and stamp that. You know what? Let's do the other. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm going to do this one first. I forgot. I want to do the words first because I want to make sure that they will be in the corner. So we're going to tear off just a little bit of washi tape. You can use masking tape if you don't have washi tape. And this stamp says, "And I'm so grateful for you." So I'm going to mask off "and I'm so." So it just says "grateful for you," and that way it doesn't take up a lot of space in the corner of my card. Let me know if I'm getting too many shadows. Hey, Kim is here. Hi, Kim. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp that down in this upper corner of my Whisper White cardstock. Oh, I messed up. Okay, hang on a minute. Masking involves removing the mask. See, I'm I'm doing this at the last minute here, kind of spur of the moment. So I have a little bit of nerves because I'm not as ready as I normally am. But I'm so excited. I just want to show you guys these blends. So, okay, let's go ahead and ink up this flower now, and we'll stamp it down, and now we'll get it in the right spot without it being in the way of the words. Okay, so now we've stamped our flower and our sentiment from, again, the Remarkable You stamp set, which has a lot of beautiful images. These are great for coloring in. And then we've also used our Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and we're stamping on Whisper White cardstock. So you could stamp on Whisper White, you could stamp on Very Vanilla. Let's see if pulling this shade down helps. There we go. You could stamp on probably the Shimmery White, the thick Whisper White, or the thick Very Vanilla. So lots of options there. Alcohol-based markers are that. Basically, they have an alcohol base to them rather than a water base. So what's great about them is that when you are coloring with them, you can move color around. So we're just putting a base of the light Old Olive onto the areas where I want the foliage to be. And I'm doing that with the fine tip, or the brush tip I should say, of the Old Olive light color. And now I'm going to take the bullet tip, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to add where I want shading or darkness to be on those areas. So I want them kind of at the base of the leaf, maybe where there's a line in the leaf. Okay, and then I'm going to come back with, oh, and you want to cap them right away so that they don't dry out. So always keep them capped, don't leave them exposed. Then we're going to come back with the bullet tip of the Old Olive color, and we're going to take and push, this is the light color now, we're going to push that darker color and blend it on into where we had the lighter color. Okay, so it's going to get that shaded look a lot easier than with your water-based markers. And I can keep manipulating this. I can work with it some more. I can take and come in again with my darker color if I want this to be dark again. So lots of opportunity to be an artist with these kinds of markers. Let's go back one more time and just blend that a little bit more. Gorgeous. I'm so excited. See, easy results with just 2 markers. And then we're going to take the Calypso Coral, and again we're going to start out with the brush tip, and we're going to kind of paint the whole thing with that base color. The really nice thing about coloring with these markers versus our regular water-based Stampin' Right markers is that you don't get that streaked look. So you can really make things look nice and smooth. And I'm just going real carefully around the image here. Now if I do get out of the lines a little bit, I have that color lifter tool which can help to push the color back towards my design. Maybe I'll do that on purpose so you can see what I mean by that. Let me just get this last spot and then we'll do a little boo-boo on purpose here. Okay, so let's say I have a little bit of ink coming out the edge there on that side and I don't like it. I can come in with this marker. This is the color lifter, and I can take and push that color. It actually makes the ink kind of shove towards wherever I'm coloring towards. Okay, doesn't necessarily erase it, especially with darker colors, but it will help to push that color around. Now I'm going to come in with this marker and the bullet tip. So again, this is just Stampin' Blends 101. I'm not showing you a ton of stuff in this video today, but I'm so excited about the markers being released that I just had to share. And these cards that I'm going to show you at the end here are gorgeous, and they're very simple to make. You can make them even if you are a beginner. So now what I'm doing is I'm coming in with the darker tone, the darker of the 2 colors, and I'm just adding where I want my darker shading to be on my flower. Typically that's at the base of the flower and underneath where sunshine doesn't go. When it's when the sun is shining, you tend to see the sun on the top of the flower. And so we're going to go into the crevices, into the corners, and into the base areas of the petals. Anytime you see a line too, you could follow the line of that flower, which is what I did here. I kind of went up into these lines with my darker color. Okay, now let's take the lighter color again. And I find this is the easiest way. Go light to dark to light, and the light brush tip first and then the bullet tip for the rest. So now we're going to come and we're going to bring the darker color on into the lighter color, and we're going to blend on up. Easy peasy. And my phone, I'm sorry, it's wiggling as I color. I don't mean to have that happening. I guess my table isn't as stable as I thought it was. So there we go. It's starting to look more realistic. Let's see if I can remember some fun facts about Stampin' Blends. Well, the price will be $4.50 per marker. You can buy them singly, which is great in case you tend to be one that uses a certain color a lot more than others, or you can buy them as a combo pack. So like you could get the Calypso Coral together, you could get the Old Olive together, that sort of thing. Let's see what else. You can also buy them as a complete package, which is wonderful. That's how I did mine, so I didn't have to type in a whole bunch of order numbers or whatever when I got these. So again, they will debut on November 1st for everybody. Demonstrators got to pre-order them October 1st through the 15th. So now we're just sitting kind of in limbo land, waiting for them to come back again so that everybody can play. Right now it's just us lucky demonstrators that have them in our hands. Okay, and there we have our colored look. Now if we want to, again, we could keep going back and forth and add you know, more blending and stuff like that. But let's finish the card because I want to show you a whole bunch of colors. Now do you notice as I flip this over that the color goes through? That's why we have paper underneath. Also so I can show you my blog address, but you want to have paper underneath when you're working to protect your surface because the alcohol ink will bleed through. And that's another reason not to just have a single layer type of card, like a note card like this wouldn't work necessarily, because if you do it here, you're going to see that on the inside. So we want to use it more as a layer. And we're just using our snail adhesive. Now this piece here, this Whisper White, is 3 by 4.5. The layer underneath it, the Calypso Coral layer that coordinates with the marker, is 3 1/8 by 4 5/8. And I'm putting it onto one of our Whisper White note cards, which is, when folded, 3 1/2 by 4 by 5. 3 1/2 by 5. So there's that. Now let's add some embellishments because we can't just stop there. And part of this Stampin' Blends 101 class is that you get to learn that you can not only color on your paper, but you can take pearls or rhinestones or fun little embellishments like that we would always use the Sharpie markers on, and you can take and color them. And they will dry pretty quickly too. So I'm just going to color, let's see here, 4 of them. Thank you. I saw somebody, you know, I'm not wearing my reading glasses, so I can't really read everything that everybody's saying. But thank you, Connie, for that compliment. Okay, and now we're just going to lift up. I like to use my paper snips to add my rhinestones, my embellishments. And I think I have one here and one over here. And then we'll do one more on the left side of the flower right here. So we have a fun, pretty little card. I have lots of samples to show you too. So this is Calypso Coral, those colors here. But then we also have the Cherry Cobbler color, and I did that on Cherry Cobbler cardstock. We have the Rich Razzleberry, which I layered onto the Sweet Sugar Plum cardstock because it's a really great coordinating color. It gives it it's kind of a light color match to it. And then we have the Bermuda Bay, and we have the Pumpkin Pie, which I layered onto the Peekaboo Peach cardstock. Those two go really well together. This is the Pink Pirouette color. And this is the Daffodil Delight color. So hopefully you got an idea of how to use Stampin' Blends. Again, they're going to debut on November 1st. And you can check out my blog post tomorrow at stampyourartout.com right there to see these cards again and to get measurements. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Bye-bye.